Yo, what's going on? Nofap 2025, Nonut 2025. Let's go, man. So if we're gonna do this Nofap thing, we need a battle plan, man. So of course we want to all come on here and say that the goal is Nofap 2025, Nonut 2025, and we're gonna commit to that. But really, the question we need to ask ourselves is, what are the positive habits that we're gonna commit to for 2025, and what are the negative habits that we're gonna cut out for 2025 that are going to help us get to our goal of Nofap and No Nut 2025, whatever you're committing to. So basically, I like to break it down like this: all your positive habits are gonna be like pillars that are gonna all make up this structure, this building of this better life that you're trying to build, and they're all gonna be interconnected. So when one of them falls, it's pretty likely that the other ones are going to fall. So say the different pillars are like going to bed at a reasonable hour, eating healthy, another one's eating healthy, another one's working out, another one's being in prayer every day and throughout the day. The Lord says to pray without ceasing. So that's going to be like the biggest pillar for me, man. So they're all connected. Like, we could keep on going on about all the different pillars, but the thing is that once one of them fall, you have a huge chance at the other ones falling as well. So say I'm just gonna stop, okay, so a huge one for me was and I still struggle with this, going to bed at a reasonable hour. So that is such a huge thing that once that falls, man, you open up yourself to super high risk zone for relapsing, man. For me, it's definitely 9 out of the 10 times that I would relapse. It was definitely after 12 a.m. And yeah, it's just something about it, staying up after 12 a.m. that I would just I don't know what it was, but I'm talking about when I was on streaks and when I was succeeding in Nofap, I would be good. I wasn't gonna do it until after 12. Once 12 a.m. came, now I'm starting to fight urges, right? So that's a huge one, man. And that'd be the pillar of going to bed on time, so or at a reasonable hour. So once that pillar falls, okay, yeah, how does it affect the other pillars? Okay, maybe you're gonna start eating crap after 12 a.m. And then that pillar falls, and now the Nofap is one of the pillars too, right? So we want that to avoid that pillar falling at all costs, right? But the more of the other pillars that fall, the more likely it is that the others are going to fall, and the more likely it is that the Nofap pillar is going to fall, right? So we don't want that to fall. So now we get into what causes these things to fall. It's going to be negative habits, right? So what are the negative habits that are going to cause pillars to fall? So yeah, one would be the inverse of the going to bed on time, so staying up late, right? That's going to cause that pillar to fall. Dude, you can say what you want about weed. For me, bro, weed would, okay, I'll just say this, since coming to the Lord, as soon as I came to him, I haven't fapped. I cried out to him and asked Jesus Christ to save me. I haven't fapped since. And it took me about a month before he put it on my spirit to stop using pot. And so I haven't used that in 11 months. And that was a huge, for me personally, you could say what you want, man, but for me, that was a huge negative habit for me, man, at least in the way that I was doing it. So you gotta check yourself and bro, you have to have that conversation with the Lord, because I can't really I don't really know for 100% how the Lord feels about weed. I know that the disciples and Jesus drank alcohol, That's the only thing I know for sure that like he's okay with. You know what I mean? Of course, not in excess, not in drunkenness, because he said drunkards won't inherit the kingdom of heaven. So like, yeah, that's another negative habit. You know, being like drunk all the time, right? So that's gonna cause the pillars to fall, and eventually your no fat pillars to fall, right? So like, basically, what I'm getting at is like, what are you gonna commit to for 2025? Negative habits that you're going to cut out, and positive habits that are going to build you up. So like, I would say like, make a list of like all the positive things that you want to do to change for 2025, and also make a list of all the negative things you want to cut out, right? But I would say commit to one, man. Like, really commit to one, because that's going to be like your no matter what pillar, you know what I'm saying? Or sorry, your no matter what negative habit that you're cutting out, and your no matter what positive habit that you're going to take on for 2025. Because like, yeah, I mean, commit to as many as you want, right? But just have one of each category that you're going to stick to no matter what. And I would say like, dude, the number one negative habit that's going to cause your nofap pillar to collapse, man, is, I'm sorry, it's checking out women in public, and it's checking out women on Instagram. And bro, like, a lot of people are going to like not like me saying this, because it's like, well, what's the big deal? But like, it goes back to what I was saying in the other video of like how you have like an energy bar that once it gets filled all the way with lust, like, now you're in a battle with yourself to not relapse, right? So like, I'm gonna keep saying this until like, I'm just gonna keep saying this. You gotta stop the urges before they come, right? And the best way to do that is stop checking out women in public, and to stop as soon as you see something online that like gives you that feeling of lust, you gotta look away, man. You gotta just avert your eyes, man. I think it was Job in the Bible that said to God that he was going to make a covenant with his eyes to not look upon young women with lust. Don't quote me on that, but check that out. Look into that. So yeah, you got to find what you think is going to be the biggest negative habit that's going to have the worst impact on your nofap journey, right? And commit to that, and do not break it for 2025, man. No matter what, right? And if you fall off, pick yourself up and just don't beat yourself up about it. Just keep on going, right? I'm not talking about relapsing. I'm talking about negative habits that can lead to a relapse. So if you find yourself like, like gooning after a woman in public, just stop. Catch yourself, man. Repent, keep it moving, right? And yeah, so these are going to be the things that are going to help you succeed on your nofap journey, right? So yeah, like, and about the weed thing, man, I just want to say, like, in my experience, like, weed makes me just want to sit down and do stuff on my laptop and like feel like I'm being productive, right? Like, yeah, I'm a musician, and I would I make beats and stuff like that, not so much anymore, but I would just like endlessly make beats and like release nothing onto on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, I would just endlessly be stuck in this like cycle of like being high and like making music, but like never doing anything with it, right? Because like, for me, like, weed, when it comes to, because like, say like, for instance, like succeeding in music, like, it's more than just making the music. It's also like doing like the other side of like getting it out there and everything. And whenever it comes to like taking meaningful action other than just like pressing keys on a keyboard to get like cool sounds out of it, I just like weed would reduce my work output, meaningful work output, by like 90% or more, man. That's why, like I was saying, that like since coming to the Lord, and being on Nofap, like my life has changed like so much, because it like affects all those other pillars, man. Like, what's up, bro? So like, yeah, it affects all the other pillars. Like, sorry, that dude just I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, like, okay, so like okay, so the Nofap pillar, once you have that Nofap pillar up, like it's, you're gonna like for me, like I'm like having all these other pillars that are like being erected to better my life, you know? Like, and that's the thing, man. It's crazy because a lot of people say like, okay, like, so like all right, I've struggled with substance abuse, and like it's really crazy. Like I would be like actively like abusing substances, and I would be also doing nofap, and like, and then I would have like times in my life where I was like clean from substances, right? But that I would be like failing nofap, right? And it's crazy. Like I would be like getting farther with the times that I was abusing substances and still doing nofap, right? Like I would make more progress just based on the nofap than I would make based on just quitting substances. I don't know if that makes sense. But like, yeah, that's how powerful SR and Nofap and Semen retention is. It's like, dude, it's equally, if not more powerful than sobriety. And I'm not saying that as like an excuse to get high, but I'm just saying that's the power of nofap, man. That's the power of holding in your seed. Like, here's what I want to say. Like, I feel like, dude, okay, here's what it is. Being on nofap would lead me to be sober. Not getting sober, you see what I'm saying? It was always nofap first, then it led to sobriety. It was never sobriety then leading to nofap. So like, and I've struggled, man. Believe me, man. Like, I'm gonna go more into detail, but like, bro, like the reason like I see God and I'm so serious about Christ now is because I went all the way to the dark side, man. Like, I don't mean like I don't mean like worshiping like the devil or anything like that. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about passively serving the devil by my actions, unwillingly serving him through the way I was living my life, right? So this is a spiritual war, and yeah, Christ has set me free. I'm not sure where I was going with that, but yeah, all these negative habits, they're going to break down the pillars, and when one falls, the rest tend to fall. So please, what's up, bro? So please, get out a piece of paper, make a list of the negative habits you want to cut out for 2025, and on the same paper or another paper, make a list of some positive habits that you want to bring in for 2025. And you can commit to as many as you want, but I'm saying, what's up? But yeah, so what I'm saying is, no matter what, commit to at least one, okay, from each category. And yeah, if you commit to more than one, you know, stay committed. But what I'm saying is, it may be to have one that you realistically know that you're gonna stick to no matter what, and you're not gonna break. All right. So I'm recommend. It could be like going to bed on at a reasonable time. That was a huge one for me. But only you gotta search deep and see what are the main things that were holding you back, and what you think are positive habits that are gonna bring you up. It could be working out, eating better, whatever it is. So yeah, just make that list. Stick to at least one, man. And yeah, I just want to say, pray, man. And that could be the one pillar, man. That you're gonna pray, bro, and you're gonna seek God, and you're gonna live in prayer. You know, the Bible says, pray without ceasing, man. So, you know, just find what that is. Find what those things you're gonna commit to are, and stick with them, man. I love y'all. And
yo, what's good, chat?
what's up, bro? What's up,
Are you
dude?
streaming?
No. Just making a Nofap video.
What's that?
It's about, yeah, so it's about not beating your meat.
Oh shit.
Are you being for real?
I'm being for real.
Can I
man.
say something?
Yeah, bro. Random dudes on the street.
Beating your meat is for the weak and the mentally not unstable, but the mentally weak people. The less you watch porn, the less you beat your meat, the better you'll grow, the better mindset you'll have, the more women will come to you. If you don't chase women, they'll start coming to you. Get your mind right. Focus on money, not bitches. You heard?
Real.
You're
It's real talk. All right, man. So that was real on the street encounter. That was random, but yeah. So pray and stay prayed up, and thank y'all, and God bless you, and I'll be talking again soon. All right, take care.